Nick, it's time to talk about one of our favorite teams to talk about, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the young players around that team. We're very interested in all of them. I think they have a good thing going right now, and one player in particular has kind of been playing, I'd say, better than we even thought he was going to start playing this season. And we'll get to that story in just a minute. But Nick, obviously, the player we're going to be talking about today is Kenny Pickett, the young quarterback out of Pitt. He's on the Steelers. He's stepped into the starting role. He's done great, but I want the Steelers fans to let us know, so far this season, all the ups and downs. You got to remember, he's a rookie. He's working his way in. But what letter grade would you give Kenny Pickett for the season so far? Let us know in the comments below what letter grade you would give Kenny Pickett. But Nick, what do you have on Kenny Pickett and his play thus far this season?
Yeah, I think one of the things to describe any rookie quarterback, and certainly Kenny Pickett, is the ups and downs. It's just a natural progression of things. Anytime you start a rookie in the NFL, that's just what happens. But over the last few weeks, Kenny Pickett's performance has stepped up tremendously, and we saw it culminate against the Las Vegas Raiders with him leading the game-winning drive, throwing the game-winning touchdown pass to fellow rookie George Pickens. And when you look at the advanced analytics, I think PFF had a really interesting tweet, if you want to go ahead and pull this up, Miles, for everyone to see, is that since week 12, Kenny Pickett is the third-rated quarterback, according to PFF, in the NFL, just behind Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, who Burrow and Lawrence have been absolutely outstanding over the last few weeks as well. So to be in that same category, you also have guys, of course, like Mahomes, Josh Allen, playing at the normal level that they're used to playing at. Have Kenny Pickett grade higher than those guys. And remember, he's playing in Pittsburgh, right? The game against the Raiders, that was cold weather, that was miserable. It wasn't like he was playing in a dome, comfortable environment. He still graded highly, still got the job done. I love the progression and development of Kenny Pickett going forward. And I also love the fact, Miles, he's finding ways to win close games. Because Pittsburgh, that's the way they like to play, right? They like to play defense, run the football, grind it out, manage games, be tough, physical, and let the quarterback play take over when it matters most. And the fact that Kenny Pickett has shown that since week 12 is a great sign for the Steelers going forward.
Yeah, Nick, and a perfect example of this, they had that cold, gritty game against the Raiders on Christmas Eve. They come out, they grind that win out. They've just been playing good down the stretch. They've been playing some winning football, Nick, because they've gotten 4 out of their last 5 wins, which I think is pretty good for the Steelers going down the stretch. Moving off of a legendary Hall of Fame quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger, having some tumultuation in the beginning, flip-flopping with Mason Rudolph and Mitch Trubisky, and then inevitably moving to Pickett. I think this has been his growth down the stretch. He's been doing good. I know he's missed a couple of games, concussion-type stuff, but I think he's been doing very, very good. I think he seems to be a solid guy, especially with the position he was drafted for the Steelers that low in the first. I think that this is going to be a pretty good move for them, and we're going to see how this goes going forward.
Yeah, one thing I want to highlight here about Kenny Pickett, and this is really interesting, and I wanted to double check the stats, and I was looking down there. So one of the things, the biggest criticism of him coming out of college, right, was, well, he has small hands that'll result in a lot of fumbles and things like that. I just won't be able to control the football. Well, in 11 game appearances, 10 starts, Pickett has a total of 3 fumbles. By comparison, Joe Burrow, kind of the comp to him, in 15 starts has 5. So there you go. It's not like Pickett's going to be a big fumbling machine. That was the big worry. He's done a great job holding on to the football, taking care of the football. He's on the same level as Burrow, who does a pretty good job taking care of the football, all things considered, for his own right. Remember, Burrow was the Pickett comp. So I love the fact that Pickett hasn't had the fumbling issues. A lot of people are concerned about it. Maybe it's the glove. Maybe he's more cognizant of it, or whatever. Maybe just protects the football in the pocket. However he does it, he's getting it done, not fumbling the football. That was a huge concern. And going forward, I really like the kind of chemistry and bond he developed with Pickens too, because he's going to be the guy. Pickens is going to be the number one threat, the big time receiver going forward in 2023 and 2024 and beyond. So that relationship between Pickett and Pickens, seeing to continue that blossom, will be huge going forward. And that's why I'm really interested to see the Steelers at Baltimore, I think Sunday Night Football against the Ravens. I think that's going to be a really big matchup for the Steelers offense led by Pickett against a really stingy Ravens defense. If Pickett can take care of the football, remember, Mitch Trubisky against the Ravens could not, and that's probably why the Steelers lost that game against the Ravens last time around. If Pickett can take care of the football, manage the game effectively, whether the Steelers win or lose doesn't really matter. I think it's another great sign that he's heading in the right direction.